Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another fabulous week of English 101. Hopefully, you've had a lovely time this last week learning about the idea of trial by media, applying those concepts of justice that we talked about in Project 1, and thinking about what cases you're going to research and how you're going to incorporate them into an essay that's going to argue the types of bias that were present and whether or not the Sixth Amendment was violated in that court case. So lots of cool things we get to do. Yay. What we're looking at for this week, because these videos always walk us through the week, uh, we are looking at a PowerPoint on logical fallacies. This is a really common way for some bias to creep into the way that we talk about things. There's a ton of logical fallacies. There's whole classes on logical fallacies. So we're just going to have a very brief overview in this PowerPoint. We're going to talk about some of the most common kinds you'll probably find in newspaper coverage or like internet coverage of cases. The way that they choose their words in the headlines, the way that they phrase things, what they choose to focus on can all showcase some bias. Um, and we can label it with specific logical fallacy terms, which is pretty cool. And then this week we are going to be working on our essay. Last week we looked at our cases under consideration, we looked at the outline, we did all that good work. This week we're working on writing our essay. We have 2 peer reviews for this essay because it's dealing with some very complex ideas and it's dealing with a lot more research than our first one did. So I want to make sure we get 2 rounds of help on this one. So for your first essay peer review that you're submitting tomorrow, I just need the first 3 paragraphs of the essay. It doesn't need to be complete. I just want at least the first 3 paragraphs. So that's your intro paragraph, that's your summary of the case paragraph, and that's your first bias paragraph. Remember, you're going to want to have multiple bias paragraphs. I would recommend breaking the essay down into word choice bias, information bias, and logical fallacies, each with a body paragraph showcasing an example of one of those biases. I talk about that way more in the videos in the modules tab, so I'll show you those in just a minute. But at least the first 3 full paragraphs for peer review on Tuesday. Then you're going to work on revising, and then I want the full essay on the 27th. So all of your paragraphs, that's going to be the intro, that's going to be the summary of the case, that's going to be bias paragraph 1, probably word choice bias, bias paragraph 2, probably information bias, bias paragraph 3, logical fallacies, commentary on bias, and then conclusion. So we're going to want all of the paragraphs there. And then you're going to revise your essay over the weekend. You're going to turn in that final draft on Monday the 31st before midnight. Now, I am almost done grading our Project 1 essays. I'm hoping to get those released back to you tomorrow evening. So you can take the feedback that I'll give you on those essays and incorporate it into your writing process for Project 2 as well. Because you don't want to make the same mistakes on like a different essay. You want to make new mistakes, right? So we'll take a look at all the feedback I'll give you tomorrow and then apply those ideas to your project too. And when you get your essays back from me, they're going to have feedback in 3 places. They're going to have a gradebook comment that kind of goes over some like big picture things, like overall comments. You're going to have the rubric, which will tell you exactly how your points were calculated. And then within the body of the essay, you're going to have embedded feedback. So there's going to be little blue icon, like text bubbles. If you click on those, it'll show you all my comments that are embedded in the essay, like the sentence level stuff, transitions, proofreading errors, questions about your ideas, topic sentences, how to do quotes, all that good stuff will be in the body of the essay. So you're going to get all of that feedback, 3 forms of feedback on your essay. After you read through it, if you have questions, let me know. I'm always happy to talk to you more about it. You can also take your Project 2 essay, the one you're working on right now, to the Writing Center. Several of you did that for Project 1. Bravo! I hope it was a helpful session. If you take Project 2 to the Writing Center, you can also get extra credit. So take the essay there, have the responders take a look, see how you can get that help, and then email me the feedback and you'll get extra credit points. And it's really easy to schedule a session with them. All you have to do is go to the CBC website, type in Writing Center, and then hit search. And it'll be the first thing that pops up. You'll click on that, and here's their whole page. They've got different tutoring that you can do. There's the contact information, lots of help for you, whatever you need. They're here for you. They're under the purview of the Academic Success Center, so if you want to go through e-tutoring instead of the Writing Center itself, you absolutely can. Just click on those things, schedule a session, get that feedback, and then when you get the feedback, send it to me, and I'll get you extra credit. It's as easy as pie. So that's what we're working on this week. We're writing the essay, we're peer reviewing, and we're revising. Sound like fun? Yes? Awesome? Yay? So I've got a ton of helpful stuff in the modules tab for you, like we've talked about before. We're all done with project 1, so we'll put that one away. Project 2, here's all the supporting materials. Here's articles that you might want to use for the project. I would say How Trial by Media Can Undermine the Courtroom is a really, really good one for like a base level understanding of what's going on. You can use that as one of your sources. Um, there are some interesting alternative takes, like pre-publicity's limited effect on the right to a fair trial. So if you're reading through your case and you're finding, no, I don't think the Sixth Amendment was violated, this might be a good piece to help back you up because they're saying that publicity doesn't seem to have too much of an effect on trials, whereas this document says it does have effect on trials. So depending on what you're finding about your case, you could have either of those articles supporting you. And then we've got all of our essay stuff. Here's the recorded lecture on research outline and thesis worksheets. If you have not watched this yet, please, please, please watch it. I know I'm preaching to the choir because the people who watch these weekly overview videos are also the people who watch the recorded lectures. So bravo, you amazing angels. Well done. You are just setting yourself up for all kinds of success. I'm so deeply proud of you. If you run into someone in the class who doesn't watch the videos, tell them to watch the videos. This one will walk you through how to do the essay step by step. And it's very obvious when I'm grading the essays who has watched the videos and who hasn't. Like with project 1 that I'm almost done grading, I can guess with 95% accuracy who has watched the videos and who hasn't based on how their essay scores. And also I've got software that lets me see what videos you guys are watching. So watch this. Yay, do that. And then I also have sample essays for you. So if you're looking at this, you're kind of stuck, you're not sure how to move these ideas forward. I have 3 sample essays that show you how other students have done this pretty successfully. They're not perfect essays by any means because no piece of writing is perfect. There's always room for improvement. There's always room to make it better. But these 3 essays are a great example of a really solid attempt. So check those out if you're feeling stuck. Also, as I'm noting in your project 1 essays, when we use quotes, we tend to kind of fall into a pattern and we get very comfortable and we'll just say, this person said, this person said, this person said, over and over again, which technically is fine, but it becomes a bit redundant sometimes. So this link will show you how to vary those signal phrases to make it more interesting when you incorporate quotes into your essay. So that's another fun resource. Got lots of things to help you be successful. So please watch this video, the research outline and thesis worksheet. It's going to help you so much. Check out this when you're incorporating quotes, and then read through at least 1 or 2 of these essays to help you get the ball rolling on yours. And then we're going to be turning in those essays for peer review this week. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. I'll be releasing the grades for project 1 by tomorrow evening. So if you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help.